Oh, look at this.
I'm surprised. I'm shocked that's what the announcement was.
Well, okay, let's hear that, because I expected it to be a game of some kind. I didn't have any clue it was going to be this. But what did you expect?
Well, I mean, we had that announcement yesterday from Asmodee about them kind of what's the professional term? Sunsetting.
Sunsetting. That's it. Sunsetting. Yeah.
Calming down. Twin sunsetting Shatterpoint, and focusing mostly on MCP and Legion. So I thought there's no way they're adding another game.
Yeah,
but I guess they kind of are and they kind of aren't, right? This is another kind of game mode, another product, I guess, in the MCP line.
Yeah, exactly. And it's really interesting. So these guys, a lot of them were at Privateer Press when making War Machine, and a board game came out set in that same universe, the same IP.
Ah, really?
Yeah, it was. Oh, now I can't even remember what it's called. Somebody in the chat, please tell me what it is.
The War Machine board game.
Yeah, it was basically, but it was a goofier version of it, and so it would have like more cartoony, because it had like these goblins. It was like in their Bodger line of games. Anyhow, the models were a little cartoonish, which was fine for that setting, but they were supposed to be able to be. They made rules for them so that they could work in the War Machine game as well, which was more quote unquote serious game. And so it didn't quite work because the models didn't fit into the aesthetic. And then also you felt like they were pushing out models for the board games and then just cramming them into the War Machine game. And it was kind of, it was messy.
Were they supposed to work together? Like, legally? Were the models legal in both?
Yeah, absolutely. The point is they didn't want to lock out sales from their devoted fans, which were the miniature gamers, but at the same time they wanted to make board game basically set into the same universe to capture a new set of gamers. And so that feels like what's going on here. And like I said, a lot of these guys were at Privateer Press, so I can see them seeing this, and maybe they've learned from the mistakes of that, and so it'll be a better proposition. I mean, for one, the models are going to be the same, different poses and things, but it's not like a different aesthetic or a different look or anything that is going to, so if we wanted to buy this board game and use those models in our game, it'd be good. There might be a bit of, I don't know if there'll be new models, like models that we don't have in Marvel Crisis Protocol already, or are they just not proxies, but alt scopes? I don't know.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I didn't recognize any of the sculpts in there.
Yeah, so they're definitely alt sculpts, right? They're not going to be but the question I have is that like Spider-Man we saw, is that going to be a new version of Spider-Man, or is he just going to be a stand-in for Spectacular Spider-Man?
Well, I mean, they're not coming with MCP cards, right? They're coming with MCP Alliance cards.
Yes, I suppose that's it. Although,
it's a completely different game. I mean, I guess the what's it called? The Ultimate Encounters. I guess that's the thing, right? Because like Thanos has an Ultimate Encounter card, which isn't legal, right, for MCP, but it's only for that game mode. So I suspect it'll be that. Yeah, for sure. So it's like, this is Alliance's Spider-Man. And sure, you can use the sculpts in both games. Which is interesting because I guess this is the first like official them saying you can proxy, right?
Well, yeah, but this is where it gets confusing, right? Because in War Machine, one of the great strengths of it is that each model was instantly recognizable for the rules, right? That came with that model. And so if you start diluting it, it can start getting confusing. Like, in other words, let's say they have a Spider-Man model like they showed there, right? I would feel much more comfortable at a minimum if they said, this is a stand-in for Spectacular, as opposed to, you can stand this in for any of these Spider-Man models that are on small bases. You see what I mean?
Yeah, I see. Yeah. Huh. So you think like maybe they'll have the same name? Like in like MCP Alliances, this is Spectacular Spider-Man.
Yeah, something. Well, hopefully. That's my hope.
I see that making sense. Yeah. I mean, I guess what else are they going to call him, right?
Well,
Spider-Man, right? Because they probably want different versions of Spider-Man eventually.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I don't know. I mean, that's creative options, but and he's a bad example, right? Because there's already so many. But yeah. So yeah. I do have a little bit of trepidation because of how it's going to impact the game that I'm very interested in, which is the Marvel Crisis Protocol. But if it comes with new scopes that are interesting and fun, I mean, why not?
Yeah, sure. I mean, I'm a fan of anything that gets new people into the game, right? And this feels like a more approachable version of the game. Like, hey, you want to play this Marvel like board game? That's fun, right? Yeah. We get to fight bosses, kind of like, and you level up, like it's a bit of an RPG, it's like 90 minutes, but it's going to get loads of people into that. And then hopefully some of those trickle through to, real MCP, man's MCP, big boys MCP, you know?
Yeah. And it probably has like the kind of stuff that modern board gamers like. You know, it's got like a MOBA feel to it, and it's got the more modern rules, and it's got the leveling up, and it's co-op. And so...
Yeah. It made me think of Simon's Marvel Zombies. Which has like a leveling system. It's like a 1 to 4 player PvE. Like all the bad guys have AI, and you level up and like collect gear and stuff. Like it made me think of that. I guess it's that, but in a like they said, like a one session is 90 minutes thing rather than a campaign.
Yeah, exactly. So, and by session, I think they mean like you go through I think they said three different rounds to get to the final boss. I mean, that's all in the same session, right?
Yeah.
It'd be interesting about those push fit models. Like I said, Darren mentioned that they don't really fit together well, oftentimes with the GW line. But you know, I'm sure these guys are aware of that, and so maybe have figured out how to do it.
I mean, AMG are a model company first, right? The games are secondary for them, right? They make models and cool sculpts, but you know more about kind of GW. Like how do AMG match up to GW in terms of model quality?
What model quality is? There's no like I know many GW people will kind of dismiss any other company, but that is just objectively incorrect now. And not just for AMG, but in particular AMG. Their level of sculpts matches, and I dare say in some cases surpasses GW's sculpts. And they're hard plastic, and I was pleased to see that these are also hard plastic, because I was concerned that with this being a board game that they might go with that softer plastic that board games often come with. But it doesn't seem like that. Even though they're colored. So I have high hopes, but it is a tricky proposition engineering-wise to make these fit well without glue. So it'll be interesting to see if they can crack it.
Yeah, it seems interesting. Like, I mean, is the general consensus, like in the kind of world of miniatures, that AMG are good at this? Like making miniatures?
Well, like I said, I think any objective punter, buying games has to concede that the models look great. They're going to be fanboys who will insist that nothing as good as a GW makes. But but they're up there, right? They're good. I mean, it's hard plastic, number one. So that's the gold standard for good modeling, is using that material. They've done it now for many years. You've seen the evolution in their abilities from the first core box in the static models they made to the really super dynamic ones that they have now. Details are always crisp, no miscasts, no bad mold lines. They generally fit together properly with very minimal amount of pieces. I'm a fanboy of MCP, so take that with a grain of salt. But I feel like I don't feel like I'm missing anything working with their models compared to other companies' models.
Yeah, so that makes me think, like, if that is shared opinion across people, like that makes me think that they won't they won't like sacrifice much quality with this push fit stuff.
Sure.
I mean, they're always saying that they're a model making company first, so you'd hope that this is good push fit technology, right? But then also maybe they're trying to keep the price down of the product, and to have all the board game components and a bunch of models and all those bad guys. There was actually quite a lot of models on the table, to be fair.
I was going to say
maybe it is a cheaper way of doing the models so that the product can be cheaper.
It's interesting you mentioned that, because it feels like it's kind of an odd one where it looks like they're selling the game as a standalone game in a pretty big box, like a core set box, right? But on the other hand, they want to make multiple ones of them. So like I could have thought that they would sell like you a core box and then just sell like update packs where it's the same. You use the core box like board and tools and tokens and stuff, and then you just get new models and like character rules in the update boxes. Or do you think it's you see what I mean?
I'm assuming. I feel like the Marvel Zombie stuff is a fair comparison with this, and it was like you get like the core set, and it comes with heroes, and then when you buy like expansions, it comes with like villains and heroes. So I would suspect that the Green Goblin one that we saw, that comes with some webs. Well, it's 4-player, right? So it comes with 4 webs and a bunch of bad guys. And then the next set would be the X-Men and some Sentinels. And then I would suspect in the future you get smaller expansions that are like, oh, here's just like Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yellow Jacket or whatever his name is.
Yeah.
And you're right. Like you use the old boards.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so it'd be like board games, like where they have expansions, right? You get the board game and then expansions. Yeah, it's interesting that you said that there's only like 4 characters and then the Green Goblin character. I was wondering if, like, as you level up in the game, that you get to switch to a different model.
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah,
that'd be nice, right? But that might be a lot of models, so maybe it's not.
I think considering how many bad guys we saw on the board, I think that's a lot of models.
Oh, you think? So you get the volume of models is actually from all the bad guys that you're then going to be beating up with.
I think so.
Yeah. Okay.
Because that's what gives you the superhero power fantasy is lots of grunts.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's totally like every good superhero game is like here's like 20 just like nameless mooks, a big guy that you got to fight. So I think you'll see that. I suspect you'll see 4 webs. Like I don't know, 10 of those little. Couldn't actually see. I can't find the video anyway. I can't go back to what we.
Yeah, you have to wait for them to post it again.
Yeah. Like 10 grunts, and then Green Goblin is the big one. But yeah, interesting. The fact that it's hex grid based worries me in terms of like medium and large bases, because I would love an excuse to play with Phoenix. And I don't think I'm going to be able to in this game mode.
Yeah.
I'm interested to see how that works.
Yeah, I saw the hexes too, and I was curious about that, and also just like the fact that it had a board. So there is a bit of a, is there a terrain involved, or is it, is the board affect things aside from just where you're putting people?
Yeah, well, I mean, that's one way to make it beginner friendly, right? Is you absolutely dump the rulers from the game.
Yeah,
right? Get rid of them. Yeah, if you go to our new releases chat in the London Discord, by the way, there's people have posted the stuff, so we can have a closer look.
Okay, great, good stuff.
Yeah, there is a new Miles sculpt, but every other sculpt in that image is the same as MCP, which is a good thing because it means you can use your MCP, collection for other things, which is very cool.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's see. Where'd the boys put something?
I'm looking at the video now as well.
Oh, where did you find the video? We could watch it again.
In new releases chat. Just go to the bottom.
Oh, there it is. Okay, cool. Nice.
Oh yeah, I'm seeing alternate sculpts for Spider-Man, Black Cat, and Ghost Spider. Yeah.
Let me try to go fast. Okay, here's the artwork. Night of the Goblin. That's a great title. Oh, here's some models. Oh, damn it. All right, let me go back just a bit. There we are.
Spider-Man in this game is called Spectacular Spider-Man. He has the same artwork.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that you're right. I think this will be seen as a Spectacular Spider-Man, alternate sculpt.
Ooh, and there's a new Black Cat. People always complaining about the current Black Cat sculpt. Ghost Spider, and I guess that's Miles, like Ultimate Miles, feels like, on the right. What do you think? Yeah?
I think it's regular Miles.
Regular Miles. Okay.
That'd be my guess, yeah.
Yeah, I suppose, that made more sense. It's just the uniform is throwing me off a little bit, but okay. It's interesting, they're all on like pieces of concrete too. They have a little bit of a theme going. Let's see what else we can see.
Okay. Those hexes that are in, right? Those hexes. Oh, no. You could fit a medium base in those hexes.
Oh, it uses MCP dice too, apparently.
Yeah. MCP dice. And if you look at the cards later, we'll get there, but it's MCP like formatting. The rule system is the same. So this is just MCP. This is an ultimate encounter, but it's made fancy, right?
Yeah. That's a good way of looking at it. It's also, you could do it solo. It's a 1-player game, potentially.
Yeah.
And yeah, the mooks are some people, like I can see one here on the bottom left, but then there's also these like robots. Does he have robots, Green Goblin?
I didn't know Green Goblin had any friends, let alone minions.
And it seems like there's a bunch of the minions with gliders like he has.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah. Let's see if I can get a closer up with some of these sculpts.
It gets much closer. You scroll through, you're about to get a good look at these guys.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. All right, but those are we went to see the bad guys. Where are the bad guys?
Yeah, look at the artwork. See the Miles, or maybe not the Miles one, but the Spectacular Spider-Man artwork is the same.
Oh, yeah, sure enough. Yeah, nice. They're using some of the Patrick Brown stuff. Yeah, nice. Okay, and here's the sprue. It's blue, but it looks like hard plastic. So maybe it's the same. And there's the push fitting. Let's see if they have any more mooks. Yeah, look at it. Looks like a Green Goblin kind of guy. It's like, see, he's got
a crowbar.
Yeah, with his with the ears. Yeah, see, there's another one on the glider. Do you think they'll release a model in this game that then comes into MCP rather than the other way around?
That's cool.
Yeah, look at this model. I love these little glider guys. They're so cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, the crowbar people. That's funny.
Actually, you know what? On your last question, I think no. Because of you can see the like character cards in this later, and they are just like Ultimate Encounter character cards. Okay. So I think that you're going to get like the main characters for MCP. You know, they come in their own box, like we have now with their cards and tactics cards. And then the added bonus is that if you buy the Knight of the Goblin thing, you can then play them in that. So I think no. I think this is a sub game of MCP, and MCP is still the main one.
Right. There's a picture of the Green Goblin boss. And so you'll notice that he is on a medium base. So the hexes are big enough for medium bases, at least.
Yeah, he's barely in that hex though. So what do large bases do?
Yeah, that's the thing.
Where's Rhino at?
Yeah, exactly. They'll have to come up with some other rules if they're going to squeeze them in with these kind of hexes. You know, like that has to sit on 3 of them equally or something.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
You know, but I suspect they may not even bother. Although Sentinels are on medium bases, right?
Well, they were Mark IVs in the artwork.
Yeah, but they're which size? They're large.
Yeah, large. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, that's interesting then. So something has to change. Maybe that box will come with a new board that will have different hex configurations.
Yeah, it's interesting. Yeah.
So you were saying something about the card?
This is the bit I'm excited about. I love an RPG. I love a leveling system. I love an XP curve. So you can see here, yeah, there's the card, right? It's got all the normal, like it's an MCP card, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's just like, you know, range, dice, power. It's completely MCP rules.
Yeah.
And then you got those little level up cards at the bottom that give you additional superpowers.
Can't I zoom in now into YouTube? Don't they have like a zoom?
I don't know.
I thought they did. Maybe I have to have it on a tablet. Anyway, yeah, because the rules look the same. It's very similar. So it clearly is a gateway into the miniatures game, if you want to look at it that way. I do like these trackers too. I wonder if people will take those trackers to use in MCP games.
Yeah.
All right, let's see what else we can find out.
Oh, Spectacular has. Yeah, I'm doing. I know this isn't the episode for it, but I'm doing some stats stuff. Spectacular has witty banter.
Yes. Okay. What's going on?
Before enemies attack, if one or more minions are within 3 spaces of this character uses a skill, choose one of the minions. The chosen minion cannot attack other characters this turn. Additionally, this character gains 1 XP. Yeah, this is Marvel Zombies. Gathering XP. This is sick.
There's the Goblin, the main one. The Daily Bugle crashing around him. Cool. Oh, look, and so here's the other alliances. So they're giving you some idea of what else is happening. Hang on. Mix and match characters. So it seems like mix and match characters and enemies from different alliances and adventures to create endless number of experiences. Whoa. That's flexible.
So you buy the Sentinel box, you can be like, I'm going to take Wolverine to go back and beat up Green Goblin.
Yeah. Huh. This is really bold. A vision of theirs.
Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah. Oh. It's saying it's compatible with, yeah. Lots of questions. Oh, here we are. 4 character miniatures. Oh, they fuzzed it out. Let me see if it's a little bit before then. No, they fuzzed it out. Those
No, they didn't. That's just a video. You can just skip through that, surely.
No, but I want to see the number of models that you get.
Yeah, there you go. Look, 4 character miniatures, 1 Green Goblin miniature, 18 minions.
Yeah, 23 bases.
23 bases. Yeah. So yeah, it's what I guessed. There's 4 players and then there's just a bunch of minions.
Yeah.
And the boss.
Love it. And out
it's on the 26th.
September. Yeah, he was claiming September though, so must have slipped after they made the video.
Yeah.
But yeah,
and starting with the 2 best Marvel IPs, that you start with Spider-Man, you go into X-Men.
Can you guess who the little person is next to the Sentinel?
Isn't that the new one we're getting? Omega Sentinel?
No. Here she is. Who's this?
Yeah. Oh, that looks like an alternate sculpt for one of the new Sentinels that we're getting soon.
This lady? No, the lady.
Yeah.
Oh, she's a Sentinel. I'm just thinking a Sentinel has to be a big robot. Sorry. All right, brilliant.
Yeah, no, there's like smaller Sentinels coming.
Cool. Well, interesting, exciting. Also quite different from the what we were expecting, considering the news that came out about Shatterpoint. So interesting times ahead.
Yeah. Do we need to talk about that? Do we need to report on that? Feels like something we should do.
Well, I mean, we don't really engage in that community, but I mean, for people to know, they basically put out, Asmodee put a press release out that it was moving to a specialist game line, which is kind of similar to what GW does. They have their main games and then they have their specialist line, which is, it's weird because sometimes when you go there, they go there to die, and other times they just don't get updated terribly often, but are still supported. So, it's anybody's guess as to what AMG intend to do with Shatterpoint, but it isn't going to be their main game any longer. They clearly said it's going to be Legion and MCP, and I guess this falls into the MCP camp, this board game.
Yeah, for sure. Well, yeah, I mean, Shatterpoint hasn't had a new release for a few months now.
Mm-hmm.
And the kind of reveals have been thin on the ground.
Mm-hmm.
But they have revealed stuff. They revealed stuff like the sequel trilogy stuff, so like Ray and Finn and all those guys. So there's going to be new products coming, but I suspect that whatever's announced at Adepticon in a few weeks, that might be the last of the Shatterpoint new products.
Yeah.
But I just think it's worth saying that these kinds of games live and die on their community.
Yep.
The reason the MCP is so popular in London is because of Norbert and all the work you put in to build that community, and then people took the torch and ran with it, and made it what it is now. So I think that if you're a fan of Shatterpoint, it's not the end. Just put loads of effort in, make a really nice, welcoming community, run events, stuff like that. Like I play Shatterpoint on the side, I love it. I think it's great. And yeah, just because AMG aren't supporting it, there's still loads of fun you can have with those.
Yeah, exactly. They don't disappear into the ether just because they don't sell it anymore. You can still play.
Yeah, exactly. And its products come in, I think, probably for the rest of the year. So
yeah,
there's stuff there, and it's all about the community, man. Like if MCP didn't release another new model, I'd probably still play it for the next 5 years.
Yeah,
it's just all my friends are in MCP, and I have to hang out with Norbert all the time. So, yeah, not the end of Shatterpoint, but it's a rest. It's having a rest.
Yeah,
that it won't wake up from, maybe.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then Legion is obviously clearly quite popular. You've been going head first into the Legion recently, right?
Yeah, and they said they're testing out new rules to make mega games. So 1,000 points is a normal game. They're looking at a 2,000 point game set of rules.
Yes.
But also they have recon rules, which are 600 points. And there was a hint, I think, in the announcement that Legion might even get like a skirmish level version of the game.
Nice.
So, if you have those models, you can play something similar to Shatterpoint potentially if once they release those kind of skirmish rules.
Yeah, well, that was something I saw in the lead up to this. Someone left some comments was saying they referenced GW, but I don't understand the reference. So now I'm just going to reference MCP. The way you've got this MCP board game version that uses the same models, like you can buy the models and just play both games. Someone was saying it's a shame they didn't do that with Legion, where the Shatterpoint could have been played with Legion models. But obviously Legion was in the works way before. Sorry, Shatterpoint was in the works way before Legion was a part of AMG. So that's why. But it's a shame there isn't that kind of cross compatibility. Because I could take my Armadala and Handmaidens into Legion, and I'd love that, but they're different scales, which is a bit of a shame.
Yeah.
So I'm glad we're seeing that with Marvel Crisis Protocol, because this is a whole other game, Then maybe I'll have a whole different group of friends that will want to play this with me, that I can't get to play Marvel Crisis Protocol. So this is exciting.
Yeah. Somebody, who is it? Crunstel, thank you. He says Legion has a skirmish game out called Spec Ops. Do you know how many points that is, Crunstel?
Legion Spec Ops?
Yeah. It's an alternative rule set. It's not a separate game.
That's fun. We're currently doing a Tours of Duty, aren't we?
Yeah, which is something else altogether. Yeah, because it's got the leveling up aspect to it and stuff like that. So
yeah, I'm desperate for a Tours of Duty for MCP. I've been trying to make up my own one, and I'm not really smart enough. But I guess this is like a smaller version of that, right? Alliances is like a one-shot kind of 90 minutes version of you get to level up,
Yeah.
Maybe that can turn into a campaign kind of thing. Because I love a campaign. I love getting cozy and getting stuck in and grinding XP for weeks on end. I think it's great.
Cool. All right.
Cool.
I think that was interesting. I'm glad everybody joined us. Thank you so much. Hope you enjoyed this. And it was fun doing it with you, Jamie. Thanks for coming on.
Yeah, thanks a lot. What a great, fun, unexpected announcement.
Exactly. All right, everybody. Hopefully you catch us on our regular podcasting schedule or coming to one of our London events. But until next time, cheers and happy gaming.